coronavirus, cross ignorance and anger has come up with Department of what they say? Department of State Division of Corporation. You see my corporate name? That's what my function under. If I want to work, I don't work YouTube, TikTok, or anybody don't want to pay me if I don't make it out there virally, big time, with my fans or millions of it. Because TikTok and Facebook and others, let's face reality. When you get a million viewer, whatever, all them pay you is just a little $200. What 200 can do? Unless they now incorporate you with adding a hard commercial in your platform or your video or your channel, then you start earning some good money. It's called partner affiliated program or whatever you want to call it. But call me cross ignorance and anger for this year, because I come in hot for rule up the spot. See? I have to tell a lot of things what happened to me and try to clear the atmosphere. Tell my fans them what bother me, what bother people in the system. Educate the average future generation with my podcast and more. What for look out for in bankruptcy. What for look out for from these housing judge discriminate people with housing and throw them under the bus for put them in a shelter for collect over $3,000-4,000 monthly when they can give them $3,000-4,000 for go rent an apartment easily. Let's talk about the corruption in our community. Cross ignorance and angry. And I'm gonna also sometimes style up my platform as walk and talk. Cause since I consider myself houseless for the past 21 years, appealing my case to the Department of Justice and all others. Like they think they can run a night. They can't run a night, no. Cause let me show you something. I'm gonna drop another piece of paper panel. Right, yes, sir. You see these people who I complain to? You notice what they call? Civilian crime report. A statement present regardless, and I make the judge them know I put them out, and the justice system know I put them out hot pan YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all the other world-class platform if necessary. You see this part here when I write on the report? Look on what it says. It says Archives Court Record System. Record Group 21, 1685 to 1993. Overview of record, location, table of contents. Then it goes on to say point 21.1 administrative history. You know what this shit I try to tell us? Also with the credit bureaucracy, when they thief people out under bankruptcy, discrimination, housing discrimination, garnishment of people, asset. What asset is like an ATM bank when we have equity in it. So bullshit walk, bullshit talk. Tell the judge that. Tell the dirty judge them will thief up the system and now do their job to serve and protect. The viral platform is here for them, for expose a lot of them where the Department of Justice want to hide them dirt or not, what they doing to the public or people in general. Good indigenous people. We're going the court system, them treating we like we're artificial. See? They're not treating us like we're human beings with feelings and more. They're not treating us like we're working. We have a house, we have a home, we have equity in our home that the bank sometime and Wall Street and others investors trying to rob people blind with. It's like bare tricks and trickery around the court system with these judges under 5 minutes justice. See? And then when you go in a bankruptcy court, even if you got the Human Rights Commissioner and the Human Rights Commissioner even tell you, go stop the bank in their part. They might try rob you your equity. File a chapter 13, 11, whatever chapter you want, file for make the judge know the truth. But the trustee and the judge, them overlooking people case, while bankruptcy is a fundamental issue with cases of harassment. You know what cases of harassment is? They will continue to do their own shit even if they have to bribe a judge. Further for say, yo, it's a small man, let's corrupt the system and get our ass out. Get our blood clot out or any other elderly people out of them asset where they can pass on to their children. Yo, Wall Street, me going to expose you on the court for what you stand for under Department of Justice. You not serve and protect and do your job righteously. You just rob people with no investment, with no asset. Like investment and asset is not people investment and people asset. And for all the blood clot judge them in the court to talk about them courthouse with the 5 minutes justice. Come out of my courthouse and my courthouse. Hush up or shut up. I'm going to make more than hush up or shut up for this year. See? I'm going to call a lot of bleed it house judge name. I'm going in as Queen Civil Housing Court. I'm going in all other court system I ever got through for appeal, you know. And look up all the judge them name where they have all my case and put it on a broadly out here on the internet. You can run thief and hide. But how long you can run thief and hide for? If the justice system going hide you know with no corrupted way and make you retire with all the wrong you do to people, with all the indigenous people life you took away wrongly under corruption, cohesion, bribery, embezzlement, and much more. Screw that. I ain't waiting on Department of Justice anymore. When you have the World Wide Web or the internet platform, I used to tell Judge Cat and Judge Levy upon my order to show cause now, however long it takes. Because my business advisor at 26 Federal Plaza used to tell me under import-export, even though they kicked me out of my house and avoid sale, void deed foreclosure, fraudulent foreclosure, and garnishment of my asset. Not just personal asset they took, no. I went to Texas. I bought up some restaurant equipment for start a restaurant business and more. See? And I bought it. If it appraised for near 70 grand, I bought it all for $17,000. I have a tractor trailer from Texas, ship it back to New York for near 4,000 grand. Park it up on my house. You only see my house address when they tell you my house address? Let me zoom in with the camera, make you look on it one more time. It's 107-23 Union Hall Street. See, in Jamaica, New York, 11433. And it's in Queens, New York. But for all them crooked ass judge and investor, and Wall Street and the police and all that as well, are corrupt the criminal court for hide all these crime that judges doing to people house and people asset. As I say, your equity in your house can function just like a bank. For send your kids them to college, university, for buy a second or third property. Sometimes a lot of business people in Queens take them equity out of them house just for open up business. Not just Queens, the whole of New York City or the whole friggin' United States of America, the whole state. Business people know what they're doing, and so do I. So when judges go and corrupt the system and think we didn't a plan for build a estate for retirement or retirement fund with the IRS, I have something else on the IRS as a touchdown on it too. So let me just show it. As all the IRS, I notice a piece of the dirty trustee them they put in, and all the IRS are going back to it. I'm going to say, listen, them fucking criminal ass judges in the Supreme Court, the bankruptcy court, the housing court, the whatever court, even the circuit court, as I was in the circuit court too. A white woman saw me coming in one day when they initially take on my house, and she said, "Uncle, privileged people can walk in the circuit court." And I didn't want to know what she talk, but then I get to understand. You have to rough and tough for fight your way to the top back. See? So you see the part there where I just write off? Damn. The part they talk about retirement and retroactive to what they did me. See? I must correct the word retroactive because I did leave out the R and the O to finish the rest. See? So I notice I put it wrongly as REACTIVE when it should be REACTIVE. RO and the rest to say. But sometimes when I write fast, you know it happens. Misspell there. But I can correct it. But the part there I talk about my retirement fund similar to what they rob me under. So the judge them can thief, rob anybody and then get to retire. But you know, it not go solve. I'm not an easy woman. As I tell them from the very start, it's a case of harassment, avoid sale, void deed, foreclosure. Don't come talk to me about no stay or 10 other shit. Don't come talk to me about bankruptcy court, make an error, them make a mistake. Them themselves was making an error and a mistake. I'm talking about prosecutor, judges and lawyers who think they can make mistake and get away with mistake. How you view mistake? How should you view mistake when it come with corruption and more? It come with robbing people their asset, their retirement funds, damages, injury, pain and suffering. I could go on and on. For now, since I'm cross, ignorance and angry, as you can call me, also cross, ignorance and angry, a Jamaican tune with Bounty Killer talk. That, however, I was born cross, ignorance and angry. I was born funny, mad, crazy. See? Anything you want to call me, but I have to put it out to the world for see the injustice. Because for this year, I'm not just focus on injustice. I'm going to focus on shorts, making short podcasts, even without my face in it, or with my face in it. I'm going to focus on walk and talk. Walk and talk is when you don't have an office. You go outside, go videotape, show people scenery and more. You know, as you tell your story and podcast your way for your fans and others to like what they're seeing. See? I got podcast also entertainment because Manhattan, we don't have to pay for entertainment if you got Manhattan every Saturday and Sunday. Entertainment galore, coronavirus and no coronavirus. People out there every weekend. You sit down on the city, cheer them for free, and you watch and you tape. You do selfie, you do video, you do anything you want to do. You eat and drink and eat and talk and meet new people. Yo, such is life, you know. So that itself can call walk and talk. When I talk about walk and talk, it means, as I say, when you don't have a home office, you don't give up. You go outside, you do your work same way, be creative same way, tell your story same way, and show a lot of scenery. Make tourists and everybody be a part of the audience and spectator. See? Because I call my audience them friends, family, co-workers, fans, followers, etc. I like etc. I should say. Because any other thing I want to call them, our people would refer to them. I put it that way to say I can go on and on with the word etc. etc. So, such is life. So once more I went to St. John University under video and film production to be a producer, director, TikTok, Facebook and all the other channel and platform, community platform globally around the world. It's calling us now with a new information age, digital creators. So we have to either bust way somehow, somewhere to become a star. Because all of us born a star now. But, you know, it's how you control your own destiny. It's whether you want a piece of the pie, you want to take a big piece of the pie, a little piece of the pie, or as the saying says, success leads to failure, and the same failure can come back to success. Because failure is here to teach us a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons when even these prosecutors making, as they put people wrongly in jail, wrongly thieving people asset and house and property or income or others under garnishment or bankruptcy, discrimination or these bureaucratic run around or bureaucratic bullshit or bureaucratic hypocrisy. See? So I'm here to tell the story, and I'm not just here to tell the story as a producer, director, or so on, as a new information creator, but also to educate other future generation what to look out for when you go before a Any judge, in fact, whether it be the bankruptcy court, the Supreme Court, when like take what people house wrongly with these dog lawyers, investors, will put them back on the bench for serve like kings and queens to corrupt the system. Yo, me not talk no lie. Everything me talk, you learn as you go. You can imagine judge sitting on the bench like kings and queens when right here in America, you're electing a president. A president can come in and serve for 4 years or 8 years, depending if the people re-elect him, re-elect the president. I want to say woman president one day, because I'm saying him, but one day you're going to have a she, because you did have the Iron Lady who run England, and I would have liked to see America have a woman as a president for the first time ever too. See? But be all ass. You know what me call all ass? Make me break it down. A lot of politicians run for politics, and they corrupt with the system. They corrupt to the cure, the very last drop. And most of them are running them 50, 60, 70, 80, and still around Washington. And you know what law is? Our law is an idea that became a bill, that became law with all these old laws. So I talk about we're going to pass the law and interpret the law. And then when a judge go and look at me and come tell me could never be a judge, I tell her I'll never say never. Because if I can't beat you, I might as well go up in a paralegal school and join you for learn the law. And dictate you with the law. Because law what you're supposed to dictate and follow, you not follow. You no more take bribery, corruption. You don't want one paycheck. You don't want more. You know like some police when they bust a druggist. They run and go take away the drugs and share it up with the money. More than carry it to the precinct or before a criminal court judge. See? Yo, every liar is a thief. And so are many of these politicians, lawyer, judge, police, and so on, so on. So, the sky is the limit. Let me take a break. Let me just cut tape and edit and queue up and edit this over YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all other platforms necessary for grab my friends, family, co-worker, fans, followers, alike, etc. These are raw footage I will be bringing you each and every day as I work harder to talk about injustice, entertainment, trip, travels, much more. Short movie, I could say comedy and movie alike, or others, whatever, even podcast to educate others as I'm doing too. Because when I'm doing this now, I'm not necessarily telling my story. It can be an experience to teach others about what to expect of these crooked ass judge who work trickery and tricks in the court for take what people asset wrongly that they work a lifetime to build. Black people wake up and smell the roses. We must suffer with children too. Not people that tell us slavery abolished. And as the Africans, them still a call we house slave or the slave kids. With the house slave, them around the slave master system, same way I harvest their crop. If you understand what I mean, if I'm saying it right or wrong. I mean every word I say. Is like I said, slavery, they talk about it abolished. But as Bob Marley and men in the era or other civil rights movement have to continue the fight and the plight to set people free, more than people being deprived of life, liberty, and much more, like housing and all others. Your bankruptcy court and go and bail out huge and large corporation. If a flight go down, an airline go bankrupt, they will try something. Let's say Facebook or 10 other shit for file bankruptcy little more. They want to try something to save them. But what about hard-working people like a postman, a self-employed person, a policeman, a fireman, Or any other regular small people or small businesses? What about them? What about indigenous people and all who still have to work and build the economy? When I used to go to trade show, we used to have several class of people. Even before the trade show, as a youth I learned this, the rich, the poor, and the middle class. During election, they cut out the poor. You can imagine these mother effers cut out the poor. They don't go talk about middle class and rich. So the new poor is the middle class. So the poor don't exist anymore because the new poor is the middle class. The middle class indebted. All them do is spend, use them credit card and them cash and them, money where they earn weekly, pay bills, or go spending, go shopping, go spend, go bankrupt a lot of credit card, and then maybe end up in more debts and don't know what the debt ratio is. Them need to go up on not Wall Street, 42nd Street and watch the debt clock. Ooh. Because America is bankrupt. But they don't want to tell the people them that because they print money with every instance. They don't have money for give, they print it. But if a man was forget a counter plate and maybe the counter fee money, they lock up easily. Let's talk about that. If a man try to print money, they lock up easy. But when the government print money, they want to say it's all right. But it causes inflation too. It causes cost of living for God, just like war or any other thing. And that's what people want to educate themselves over what inflation trigger by. It trigger with printed money. It trigger with war. It trigger with the housing bubble. With the bank and the investors and others are rob people blind. With even the story I'm telling similarly. How the bubble itself burst on Wall Street. I could have talked about 1932, 1933. When America did go bankrupt and the bank them didn't even have money for the people. People have to eat bread. Because people now go back and look back on history and relate to history. What goes around can comes around. Everything in life is like style and fashion. One moment you look and say, damn, is this old people used to wear during the early 90s or the early 80s or the mid 1980 of the century? Shit. People used to look and laugh. Now when you look with style and fashion, as shoes can come out of style and come right back in fashion, maybe even the next 20, 30 years or more or less. Let's face reality. The world go around and evolve and come around and is no different from history, style and fashion or whatever. Let's face reality. People need to be constantly re-educating themselves with facts and truth. See? No, I could just cut tape and edit because before long, knowing I'm trying to multiple tasks each and every day. With or without money. And I even go violate myself and say, get a business loan when I can't get because these judges thief my house and think I must rebuild back credit. Make the credit stay to Ross where it then. See? Because everything I touch used to turn to gold. And if they can't respect when people come even America, from Jamaica, West Indies, and work hard. Because I working from age 7 now. From age 7, I'm an entrepreneur. It's me I pay my mother light bill, water bill, and 10 other bill. And that's all income is. With the debt ratio too. When people collect them paycheck weekly, all them do, when them look, it is said American is not saving. The Chinese, them saving like Ross out of nothing where them get as a paycheck. But Americans, they like to spend. People come here, adapt the American way. They love to spend. They don't pick common sense with the dollars and cents. Or the money in general, or Wall Street in general, or the court system in general, or more. Why you think court system, bankruptcy court and all of them motherfucking robbing system come about with the system? To control people? Some of who don't want to be controlled. That's why some of who control who want destiny to be boss. To be who own boss, to control who own destiny. So when I talk and tell people, remember, your asset in your house or your equity in your house, if the market value is rising or falling, don't make no bank fool you and don't make no foreclosure court or no bankruptcy court fool you. Because you're supposed to try to cover your ass for your children, more than the court system and rob people blind out of them asset. And these judges think they can run like fuck after they commit the crime. Our Department of Justice thing, yo, it done. Yo, look on the price as I go back and close. The price of apartment and housing and the mixed use commercial right here in Manhattan, Hudson Yard, all over Manhattan, all over the states, all over Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, or anywhere. A house I go right now for $1 million and up. We better pray that's the bubble burst again for make all of them fall like motherfucking Ross. See? When I used to go to a trade show at the Jacob Javits Center, a Wall Street trade show used to present itself under a different category at the Jacob Javits Center. And I went there one time as that show came up. I said, no Wall Street show never come at the Jacob Javits Center yet. If it's near 30 years, I come to the Jacob Javits Center, learn every category trade show to become a business consultant some more and stop doing import, export, or real estate investment. Yo, the people that was teaching us asked me why I don't become a certified public accountant, because I'm smart. They listen to all the question I put forth after seminar or to them in general, and they say, you need to be on Wall Street or you need to be an investor or more. I say, I'm an investor, what you talking about? I'm a businesswoman and more. Sometimes we own accountants, them rob, they could have certified or not certified. Every liar is a bleeding thief. You understand? They would have want look on a druggist as the worst, a criminal as the worst for label them 10 other way. An army veteran as the worst for label them 10 other way because they don't want to give them housing or more after they go fight World War I, World War II or any other world war. Give me a break. A lot of people lose their shit wrongly because the justice system and the injustice on Wall Street with these investors and private public investors are no joke. But in the meantime, as I said, why this system may become about and build shelter and other thing is to pay the government more money with them house slave and more. The slave master want to control the money when them put people in shelter. Because the news tell us again and again with the news reporter, shelter get all $3,000 for one person to be up in shelter when they could have did give the person maybe a good $2,000 for go look an apartment for rent. Yo, right now I really have to cut and run because I overstep my time and as I said, I have to multiple tasks. If you see my finger in the way, it's because I try cut tape and edit. So let me just do so. I'll get back to you on another upcoming because I podcast a lot these last days with walk and talk out on the road. And it's not just the justice issue I talk about. I will try to bring forth comedy with short movie, short entertainment and 10 other, if I must say. So for now, let me just cut tape and edit and try to go on another business we have to deal with.